In today's video, we're going to be talking about the macroeconomic situation, let's say till 2025 or so, guys, right? Or until the collapse, I think. So let us talk about it, guys, because things look rough, but at the same time, the sun will rise. Breaking: United States inflation rises to 3.7%, higher than expectations, guys. You can't make this stuff up. Higher than expectations. This isn't good at all, guys, right? To contain inflation. First things first, while these assets keep moving up and up and up, okay? And when inflation rises, what is the Fed going to do? Obviously try to bring it back down. Their target is 2%, guys. That is very significant, okay? Which means they're going to keep raising rates higher and higher and higher. Literally, guys, right? Which is going to put more down pressure on cryptocurrencies and stocks. Not to mention, there are more signs that maybe we may see a black swan on the horizon. Check this out. Justin, crude oil prices officially rise above $90 for the first time since November 2022. Uh-oh. Remember, when oil moves up, it's not good for we the people, right? For such products. Oil prices are now up a massive 35% in just 3 months, guys. Then we see, meanwhile, there are less than 46 days of supply left in United States reserves. The classic sell high, buy higher is coming for United States U.S. reserves. Well, we see $100 plus oil prices again, right? So let us see. This is oil, guys, crude oil right here. Look at this. It's been moving up, guys, right? That's not good at all. Not good for inflation, to say the least. Then we see Biden. I'm gonna get those gas prices down again, I promise you.
A lot more to do, though. I'm going to get those gas prices down again, I promise you. Thank you.
Bidenomics, by the way. Right? Remember, during Trump's presidency, what was the economy? How was the economy's health versus Joe Biden's current term, right? Do you guys see the difference? Not to mention, the dollar is rising up again, right? And it doesn't seem like it wants to stop at all, guys, because money is inflowing into this asset ballistically, right? Enormously. Look at this, guys. It keeps rising. So obviously, this may foreshadow what's upcoming with cryptocurrency prices and the stock market. Okay? Not to mention, we see possibly insider trades going on as we speak. Nvidia CEO just sold $50 million worth of Nvidia shares. Last time that he sold shares, Nvidia went down 60% in the next few months, guys. Right? And these certain stocks have been propping up the stock market per se, right? Such as Apple as well. So, Nvidia CEO's last insider sell was on March 1st, 2022, right after the banking crisis happened. Weird, isn't that? Nvidia shares went down 60% in the next few months right after he sold. How did he know? Right? That's a little strange, isn't it? Even though stocks rallied after first, right? So he sold right here, the stock rallied, and then we plummeted in price. What's happening right now? Think about it. The stocks are pumping / these crypto assets. We're going to be talking about the Fed and their meeting here soon, guys. Justin, Nvidia CEO, just sold another chunk of Nvidia shares. This is his third sell in the last few months, guys, or last few days, actually. He has now sold $100 million of Nvidia shares in the last few days, guys. You can't make this stuff. What does he know that we don't? Right? Obviously, if you're going to sell your shares, guys, or your cryptocurrencies, you would know, or you would think at least, there will be lower prices incoming, right? Because why the hell would he sell? Why the hell will he sell his shares if he believes Nvidia will go higher, guys? He wouldn't. Duh, right? So, which tells us that a dump on the horizon, maybe? I don't know, guys, but check this out. Insider buying versus selling for Nvidia in the last 3 months. Buys $0, sells $276 million. Now, do you guys see what they're not telling us, right? And they're getting exposed in real time. So let us see some indicators and metrics of possibly a recession on the horizon. Okay, but just pay attention, guys. If there's a recession on the horizon, stock market, cryptocurrencies will plummet in price, dump heavily, right? This is where the Federal Reserve will jump in, swoop in, and save the day as fast as possible, so things don't go into collapse mode, right? Which means then we're going to pump, keep pumping until the system cannot handle it any longer, and then that's when the collapse occurs. In my humble opinion, this video isn't financial advice, guys. You guys can do whatever you guys do wish to with your own assets, but I'm just observing. I want to get ahead of the curve, ahead of the herd, because if you're not ahead, guys, you're late, right? Why? The people in the know already have inside information which we do not know of, so we have to get on their level, on their field, guys, right? Remember, Binance US is trending as well. May it tie in with the incoming recession? May Binance be a black swan? Very fascinating, right? And crypto prices plummet. I don't know, but let us check a few metrics here. If it looks like a recession, swims like a recession, and quacks like a recession, then it's probably a soft landing. What do we see right here? So 1990s recession. So this is the 10-year treasury constant maturity minus 3 months. Okay, we see each time the line went below the zero level. 1990s recession, dot-com bust. Look what happened each time. Global financial crisis went below that zero level. 2020 recession here, and today it's the worst one yet, right? Perhaps what's going to happen is the line will go back up to the zero level, right? Find resistance. This is where the what happens. Prices plummet very quickly, right? And then it dumps back down, guys, and it finds some type of support. The collapse occurs afterwards, right? So remember, Biden and them says everything is fine, right? Inflation is just transitory. Always watch California. Look at these indicators telling us of what's upcoming. Unemployment there was 3.8%, but has popped to 4.6%. The U.S. unemployment rate hasn't popped with it. Not yet. Up we go. Uh-oh, things are not looking good at all. Because California, the block line right here, is moving up slowly. As you guys can see, it's at 4.6%. United States, it's lagging behind, guys, a little bit, it seems as, right? The gap is opening again. Interesting. So does this mean that what's upcoming? A recession. Look what happened, guys. Each time unemployment rate rose, right? Recession here. 2008, right? 2001. Again, guys. So this it's like a cheat code, isn't it? It sure seems like it. So if we see these the unemployment rate rise, and if we see a recession, guys, it's going to be like the 2020 thing. Look at that. It's going to be fast, right? I don't think they're going to drag it on for long. It's going to be quickly. Fed swoops in, saves the day, and we pump back up again. But these are just indications, right, or indicators. It doesn't mean it's a guarantee, guys, because we have to talk about the Fed here soon. And just after, I think after this tweet or so. No, I mean in a couple of tweets. But first things first, banks are rapidly tightening lending standards, and the Fed plans to hold rates higher for longer, right? The risk of a credit crunch is extremely elevated, guys. So this is the tightening credit conditions anticipate recession, right? Each time we've seen it rises in percentage, guys. Look what happened. 1990, 2000, 2008, recessions occurred. Right, even into 2020, right here, we are there, guys. We are basically right there. This tells us, what does it tell us? Even though if we see a recession, a black swan here soon, guys, the economy will not collapse. In my humble opinion, I believe the economy will not collapse. Okay? Because we still haven't seen these bills set in stone. Check this out. Justin, Representative Ro Khanna has introduced a new reform plan that bans stock trading for Congress plus spouses, bans ex-Congress from lobbying Congress after, then 12-year limits for Congress, ban donations from lobbyists plus PACs. Ro has asked Biden to adopt the anti-corruption plans. Do you guys not see the game plan? It's so clear. The economy will not collapse until they introduce this bill. Ban stock trading for Congress plus spouses, right? Or until it's adopted, guys, and is set in stone. Until they ban themselves, we're not going to see the collapse, right? They're going to take advantage of everything possible because this is probably going to be the last, not the last, but a very highly significant wealth transfer that these people are going to take advantage of. They have been for the past decades. Of course they are. Because check this out. Just in 83-year-old Nancy Pelosi announces she is running for another term in Congress. While serving 36 years in politics with an annual salary of $193,000, she managed to increase her net worth to $290 million through stock trades and lobbying. You can't make this stuff up. How did she, guys, from $193K, right, her annual salary, to over $100 million, nearly $500 million, through stock trades. Of course, she inside trade, like, if you want to get rich and wealthy, guys, become a politician. Literally, right? It's the easiest thing to do. And then you ask your friends, hey, what's the news with this thing? What's the news with that? You immediately place a trade. Not to mention, you can even put a leverage on that, which will even make you more money, guys. And I'm pretty sure that's what the SEC allegedly or supposedly, guys, right? We don't know, but they probably did that with XRP dumping before it was announced. Who knows? In 2022, or XRP, they placed their trades or shorts, and then when it announced, it dumped in price and they made a lot of money. In 2022, these 97 members of United States U.S. Congress profited from trading stocks that were influenced by committees they sat on. Guys, there you guys go. All of them literally just trade stocks, right? They're not even politicians. They're traders. What? So, back to the topic of U.S. inflation rises to 3.7%. Why is this very significant, guys? Because the Fed will not pause. They may here in next week, whatever, that's fine. But in the upcoming meetings, they are going to keep raising. According to, we see the CPI inflation has risen to 3.7%. CPI in the United States has increased higher than what analysts expected. Basically, what is Jerome Powell going to do in the next meeting? Right? It's going to be held on September 19th to the 20th. Fed Chair Jerome Powell said that another interest rate hike might be needed to curb inflation within the Fed's 2% target, right? But if we look at the Fed Watch tool, right, and what they predict that they're going to be holding, guys, or pausing soon, or I think in this upcoming meeting, right? Currently, there's a 9% chance of a 25 basis point rate hike at the next week's Fed meeting, right? So majority of people believe that they're going to pause, which I do as well, guys, right? But here's the kicker. What about the meeting afterwards? After that one, they're going to raise it again. Can't make that stuff up until they hit that 2%, it seems as, right? Because they're being stubborn. Justin, JP Morgan says the Fed is done hiking interest rates and will be pausing its rate hikes next week. There you guys go. But are they truly done? Maybe they are. Check this out. This is how this scenario from JP Morgan can come into reality and fruition. Because if they pause interest rates, right, and JP Morgan says they're done raising rates, what can happen? A black swan occurs next month or so, or soon, and then everything just plummets and goes to hell, doomtown, right? That's where the Fed swoops in and starts to pause or cut rates. Who knows, right? At least print a lot of money, minimum. However, according to the economists, the Fed may keep interest rates unchanged for the time being. They suggested that the Fed might wait till April, June 2024 or later before cutting rates, right? But do we really want the Fed to cut rates? If the Fed cuts rates next year, is that a good thing? Because Greenspan's first rate cut, this is the S&P, the stock market. Look at that. Their first rate cut plummeted in price. Another first rate cut plummeted in price. Next one plummeted in price. So we would rather them just to hold it, guys, right? And let prices rise. So in conclusion, let's see what happens, guys. It seems like they're really going to possibly take the option 3 path route. Basically, it's going to be a roller coaster, right? Hopefully, if the events happen, let them just rip it off, guys, and then we move back up again, and then we see the collapse later on. Who knows? Let us see what happens. Not financial advice. My name is guys. Hope you guys amazingness. See ya. Wow.